pouquinho. Já estamos ao vivo. Vou até para ouvir o crocante do meu estalado de dedos aqui. Vamos lá. Bem-vindos todo mundo que está preparado para essa aula que a gente vai fazer. Eu fiz esse convite, inclusive, em vídeo. Ontem nós tivemos um problema técnico, então eu mudei para hoje, mas eu fiz questão de fazer essa aula essa semana. Tá? É um tema muito desafiador, não só para os alunos, mas para todos os aprendizes do idioma. Tá? Eu digo isso porque antes de ser professora, eu também fui aluna. Estou trilhando esse caminho de ser professora há 18 anos já, e mesmo assim eu continuo aprendendo todos os dias. Isso que eu gosto de compartilhar muito com os alunos, porque vocês não estão sozinhos. Ninguém sabe tudo, nós não sabemos tudo no nosso próprio idioma. Então é sempre, there's always room for improvement, tá? A aula de hoje, como é um tema do intermediário para o avançado, eu vou fazer ela praticamente toda em inglês. Vou tentar usar um vocabulário que seja bem acessível para todos. Caso vocês tenham dúvida, já que é uma aula ao vivo, vocês podem fazer pergunta que eu vou respondendo, tá? Eu estou já no chat aqui também, estou acompanhando o chat do canal do YouTube, para escrever caso tenham alguma dúvida. Vamos lá. So, today we are going to talk about dependent prepositions, right? And we're going to understand a little about it. So, take a look. What are they? What are the dependent prepositions? Dependent prepositions are prepositions that depend on or must follow a particular verb, noun, or adjective. In other words, when you use certain verbs, nouns, or adjectives, they are followed by a specific preposition. Some use different prepositions for different meanings, okay? So what's important for us to understand here? That it's like here in Brazil, okay? When we think about our language, when we think about Portuguese, we think there's no way of plating, okay? So let's think. Eu ligo para meu irmão, certo? Então, ligo para. Tá. Then I can say, mande esse envelope para mim. Também é, ó, para. Eu falo, eu escuto música. Não tem preposição em português, tá? Eu falo espere por mim, que é a preposição que está conectada com espere. Eu não falo espere sobre mim, espere outra preposição, espere para mim. Não uso outra preposição. Então, o que eu quero trazer para vocês hoje é justamente isso. É para a gente poder desmistificar um pouco a tradução e começar a notar padrões, ok? So, when you notice patterns, hello, Victoria. Martins, Bruna, hello. So, this class that I'm teaching here, it's on YouTube, okay? youtube.com/Natalia Droz, and then you can participate following all the instructions, okay? So if you want, just go there to watch on YouTube, okay? So, the thing is that we must memorize the verbs just like we memorize in Brazil, okay? Just like we think, well, eu ligo para fulano, ok? Espere por mim. Desculpa, gente. Eu não falo espere para mim, tá? É isso que a gente vai fazer com o inglês. E não só com o inglês, mas com qualquer outro idioma. Isso que a gente fala de virar chavinha, tá? So now, what I want is that you start noticing patterns, okay? That you start noticing patterns. What does it mean? Notice patterns. conhecer, notar, identificar padrões. Okay? In this class today, I'm going to bring a lot of examples, a lot, okay? But here, for example, in this page here that we have dependent prepositions are prepositions that depend on. See that we use the verb depend and we use the preposition on. In Portuguese, we say depender de. So if you translate, you will translate depend of, and it's wrong. It's not right because the right preposition is on or upon, but we are going to check it later, okay? This is why I want to present this topic for you, okay? Here, let's start with the usage. Okay, dependent prepositions. A preposition is a word or group of words used to show direction, time, place, location, spatial, relationship, or to introduce an object. Here is a short list of some prepositions. Okay, I know that in Portuguese, people learn this with a song. People learn the prepositions singing a song, right? But in English, there are a lot of prepositions, okay? So it's not that is impossible, but we don't have to memorize all of them, okay? We're going to notice patterns. This is way better, okay? Then, I put here, for example, the first possibility of a dependent preposition is when we have the verb and the preposition. Like, for example, depend on. On is a preposition, right? Or when we have an adjective and a preposition, like, for example, worried about, okay? In Canada, that's really interesting because in Canada, more British Columbia, they say they pronounce about, okay, about instead of about, okay. Then we have a noun and a preposition, okay. Hello, Lucy, welcome. This class is on YouTube, okay. Noun plus preposition, like for example, let's make a comparison between A and B, right? So comparison between, this is the preposition that we use. When I tell you that, guys, it's mainly because when you start noticing the right preposition, you will avoid some mistakes. It's very common for students to think, should I use in, on, at, with, or I don't know, another one, or I don't remember now, and I have just to, for, of, okay? Which preposition should I use? This class for you to pay attention in this pattern, ok? Break. Eu falei no vídeo que eu coloquei no YouTube também, no Insta, e hoje quem participar dessa aula vai poder ganhar um bônus, tá? Na verdade, são 2 bônus. O primeiro bônus é, respondendo o questionário que está aqui nas inscrições, na descrição da aula de hoje, respondendo a esse questionário, você vai ganhar a chance de participar de uma aula exclusiva comigo, tá? Então, é uma aula sobre um tema determinado que você vai poder escolher. Bônus 2, você vai poder receber 200 preposições dependentes. Então, vai ser uma lista para que vocês possam afiar ainda seu estudo, para que vocês possam mergulhar ainda nesse conteúdo, tá? Então, hoje eu vou apresentar para vocês determinada quantidade, mas eu vou entregar para quem responder esse questionário que está na descrição o bônus de uma aula exclusiva, né? Vai ser uma aula aqui no YouTube fechada, só para quem respondeu, e um documento com 200 preposições dependentes, tá? Então, vamos lá. Preposition to, okay? Let's think about the pattern when we use the preposition to, okay? So we have here some examples because the list is longer than this, okay? According to, okay? So when we say, for example, according to this research, we must try it twice. According to Socrates, according to that philosopher, I don't know, according to my mom, for example, all right? So when we use according, we use according to, okay? Pay attention that in Portuguese, we say de acordo com. So if I think in Portuguese, I will add according with, and it's a mistake, right? That's why we must understand and learn, okay, the right preposition for this word, okay? If you have any questions, guys, just let me know, okay? Very good. So continuing here, I didn't add examples for all of them, okay? So we have kind to, right? And I want to emphasize that there's another possibility. So my dogs are very kind to other people. Kind is an adjective, okay? Kind, sweet. So they are very kind to other people. I said that there's another example because we can also say kind of, okay? But this is a different meaning when we say kind of or sort of or type of, okay? So it's kind of a romance. It's sort of a sport, okay? That's the difference when we use kind of and kind to, okay? So some adjectives, verbs, or nouns, they can be followed by two prepositions and they will have different meanings, okay? We're going to talk about them soon, right? So to everyone that is here, now, Fabi, Lorena, so if you want to follow the class on YouTube, the class is all there, okay? So just go youtube.com / Natalia Drosch, okay? Very good. So continuing here, we have similar to. Spanish is similar to Portuguese. It's not equal, okay? But it's similar to, okay? We use this preposition, similar to. Let's pay attention here because the patterns are very important. I used to get along with my coworkers. Here is possibly another content that I will create a class, okay? Because used to is commonly mistaken by students, right? So maybe I'll create a class about used to, right? So we know that used, that is an adjective, is always followed by to, okay? I used to get along with. Get along with is a phrasal verb, okay? And phrasal verbs, they are always like a verb followed by a preposition or two. In this case, get along with, okay? And it has a different meaning, okay? Because get has a meaning, right? When we say get along with, it's another meaning. It's different, okay? So, for example, when we have, I don't know if you remember, but there was a cartoon that was called Get Along Gang. Get Along Gang. Era a gangue do barulho, a turma do barulho, que tinha um alce, tinha vários animais, right? And the song was Get Along Gang, right? So Get Along Gang, okay? And get along is se dar bem, right? So when I say I used to get along with my coworkers, I used to have great time with them, you know, this kind of things. We have here key to. When we use the word key, this is the key to success, right? This is, I didn't put here, reaction to, right? So I had a reaction to the vaccine, Fortunately, no, but I would like to have a reaction to the vaccine. Way too, way too. This is the best way to achieve your goal. So, kind of, it sounds natural when you start studying, noticing patterns. Okay, it sounds natural. Okay, way too. So, this is the best way to achieve your goal. Then we have, let me introduce you to my team. Let me introduce you to my team. Okay, let me introduce myself to your boss, right? Then we have expect to. No, I didn't use expect to. Okay, give something to. Give something to someone. I need to give it to him, right? Give it to me, right? So give it to me. I always say give something to someone, right? Then we have introduce to. We have invite someone to. I'd like to invite her to the party, right? I'd like to invite her to the party, okay? The last one that it's very, very important, guys, because it's a very common mistake, this one. A lot of students, they forget to use the to after the verb listen, okay? So we must use the preposition to. I say, listen to me when I'm talking to you. I don't say listen me, okay? There's a song, an old song, your heart, right? When it's calling for you. So listen to your heart, right? So listen to the music. There's another song. Listen to the music, right? Listen to me, listen to her, listen to your parents, listen to your coworkers, right? Listen to your partners. It's always listen to, okay? Like, listen to the words, listen to the words, listen to the words. It's a very common mistake because in Portuguese we don't use a preposition. We just use the word escutar. Escute a música. Me escute, né? Eu não falo nenhuma preposição em português quando eu estou trazendo esse significado, tá? Então vamos lá. Preposition of, okay? The kid is afraid of the dark. The kid is afraid of the dark, okay? When we are afraid of. And here there's something important. That we don't say I have afraid, okay? We think in Portuguese, and it's very common to say eu tenho medo. But in English, the natural way is I'm afraid of something, afraid of it, okay? So we have to understand that there's no, like, Portuguese is not more important than English. So we cannot match English and Portuguese. We must respect the way they say and the way we say, right? So that's why we cannot translate. It's a sign of respect. And then we have here ashamed of, right? So she's ashamed of her attitude. Ashamed of her attitude. When you are ashamed, is that you are feeling shy about something, right? So when you do something wrong and you feel, in Portuguese we call vergonha, right? In English we say that, for example, eu estou com vergonha. Don't say it in English. We say I am ashamed, okay? Ashamed é aquela vergonha com culpa, tá? Então não é puramente vergonha, ela é vergonha com culpa, aquela que I'm ashamed, okay, I'm sorry. Then we have aware. Hello, Rodrigo. Hello, Fê. Very good. We are having this class on YouTube, right? So youtube.com/Natalia Drosch. The whole material is there, right? Aware of the right preposition that we use with the word aware is aware of. So you are aware of something, right? Are you aware of the problems? Okay. I'm aware of this issue. Issue is a synonym, okay, that we can substitute by problem. Okay, issue and problem, they're equal. Then we have capable of, right? To be capable, to have the capacity, right? So we're capable of anything. We can do whatever we want because we are capable of anything. Okay. Then we have jealous. When we say the word jealous, is jealous of. So she is jealous of her friends, right? We have two meanings of jealous. We can use it in two different ways, right? Okay, I think everything's okay. Message that it was blocked, but now it's back. Okay, then jealous of her. Take a look. Search for this word on the dictionary. I think that in the dictionary, I think it's gonna be good for you. Then we have sick of, to be sick of. I'm sick of this challenging moment, right? I'm avoiding to say this difficult moment, okay? So I'm sick of this challenging moment. He had no intention of hurting you, right? Intention of. Then we have tired of, right? I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of watching this movie, right? Intention of, lack of. It's the absence, right? So for me, it's a lack of respect. Okay. I wish we could handle the situation in another way, because this way it's a lack of respect. Okay. And then we have here the last one, the result of. Okay. Result of. Let's start now talking about the preposition at. Okay. So we have here good at, bad at, angry at, point at, laugh at, smile at, and stare at. If you want to receive the bigger, like a longer list than this one here, just answer the questions here in the description, ok? Então, se você quer receber a lista com 200 preposições dependentes, é só responder o formulário, o questionário que está aqui nessa página para ganhar isso como bônus e uma aula exclusiva fechada aqui no YouTube para quem participar e responder, tá bom? Vamos lá. So we have these words, adjectives, nouns, and verbs with the preposition at. I'm not good at math, right? I'm not good at all, right? I'm not good at math. I use the preposition at. To be good at, we are not good in something, right? Like in Portuguese, we say ser bom em, right? In English, no, we say to be good at, okay? Bad at, that it's very similar, the same idea. I'm bad at math. I'm not good at math, right? Then we have angry at. He is angry at his boss, okay? There's no point at hiding the truth. There's no point at, not in, not on, not off. There's no point at hiding the truth. This one here, he's laughing at us, right? He is laughing at us, right? This is the action of laugh, right? Then we have, is she smiling at me? Right? When you smile at someone. When you laugh at someone, right? And the last one, don't stare at people. It's rude, okay? When you stare, that you look without looking to another side, okay? You are staring the person. So don't stare at people. Rude. Then let's see here some words with the preposition from. From. Okay? We have my brother is different from me. Okay, I use different from. Different from. He's different from me. Okay, prevent something from. Right? So we must prevent the water from falling. Okay, so when you prevent something from. Right? There's another thing I want to mention here that is quite important. Okay, when we think about prepositions, we must remember that after a preposition, if there's a verb, okay, so if there's a verb after the preposition, the verb is gerund. What? The verb is with ing, right? So we must prevent the water from falling. We don't say to fall, right? Prevent the water from falling. Always the verb after a preposition is with ing, okay? We have I borrowed money from my friend. I borrowed money from my friend. It was the origin of the money, right? So I borrowed the money from him. Then we have disappear from, we have distinguish someone from someone else. We have escape from, so sometimes we have to escape from what hurts us, right? Save, save, hide from first. So she is hiding from her neighbors. Is hiding from her neighbors, right? And then we have save someone from, we have stop someone or something from, and we have suffer from. For example, stop him from sending that message. Pay attention here, from sending. Okay, when we have a preposition, the preposition is followed by a verb in the gerund. Okay, then we have the preposition with, right? We have the first one, fed up with. Second one, pleased with. Popular with. Satisfied with. Trouble with. Agree with. Very common. Compare with. Remember that comparison is between. Okay, here compare with and deal with, right? So I'm fed up with these arguments. It's another these, okay? I'm going to write down here. Okay. These argument or these argument. Okay? If you have any questions, guys, while I'm explaining, while is a preposition, so while I'm explaining also because of the present continuous, just let me know, right? So just send here a message. Then we have the teacher is popular with the students, right? We can also use the preposition among here, right? Are you satisfied with these results? Are you satisfied with your results in English? Okay? I'm having trouble with my car. Having trouble with my car. Does he agree with you? Does he agree with us? Yes, I totally agree with you, right? So does he agree with us? We always use agree with. Then we have don't compare yourself with others. Okay? And how can we deal with this situation? How can we deal with situations? Dependent prepositions, they are very important for you to feel more comfortable while you're talking. Okay? Very good. We have then the preposition on. Preposition on. And here I put just some words. In, on, congratulations on, right? Impact on, impact on, or impact on, because it's the verb. Concentrate on, insist on. Let's check some sentences. Congratulations on your achievement. If we think in Portuguese, we will make a mistake, because we say here in Portuguese, parabéns pelo, ou por, right? In English, we say congratulations on. That's the way we have to memorize, okay? Then we have keen on acoustic songs. You are keen on something, you are interested in something, you like this thing. Okay, so I'm keen on acoustic songs. Guys, this is a very good vocabulary for IELTS. Okay, so if you are planning to take IELTS one day or other proficiency tests, keen on it's a really good one. Okay, then we have what's the impact on our society? I pronounced different because we have two words, impact and impact. Okay, impact, the stressed syllable in, impact is the noun, impact is the verb, right? I want to impact the society. Okay, this is the difference when we think about pronouncing a word that is a verb and pronouncing a word that is a noun. Okay? Then we have concentrate on the reading. When we concentrate on something, right? So when we concentrate on something. We don't concentrate in, we don't concentrate of, we don't concentrate with another preposition, right? And insist on. Okay? So why do you always insist on such things? She always insists on this kind of attitude, right? So when we think about the word insist, it's always insist on, okay? Cynthia, if you want, this class is here on YouTube, okay? youtube.com/Natalia Drosch, okay? And then you can see the material I'm sharing with everybody. Look, okay? Very good. So let's go back here. Preposition in. Preposition in. Interested in, decrease in, delay in, force in. Pay attention because some people pronounce curse, and curse is another thing. We have two different words. Force, curso, and curse, maldição, right? So they're different. We don't have to mix them, okay? Invest something in. This one is good because here in Brazil, we can remember the song, invest in, right? So invest in, but it's not true, okay? In Portuguese, it's invest in, but just to make this joke so you can remember, invest in, okay? Invest something in something or in someone. Then we have participate in, result in, succeed in. Let's check some examples of these words. Are you interested in learning something new? Are you interested in learning something new? When you listen to someone, pay attention. The right preposition. Can invest in. When you are reading something, pay attention to notice the pattern. Okay? Then we have decrease in. We can check a decrease in the number of fish, right? This is a very common word for IELTS as well, mainly for the academic that you have to write, the first task of the writing skill. And normally we use the words increase, decrease. So remember that it's always increase, right? Then we have there's been a delay the delivery. Okay, I don't use other preposition. Notice the pattern, right? I'd like to do a course in oratory. I'd like to do a course in computer programming. Okay, here, let's invest in something good. Let's invest in something good. Like this woman, need to invest in quality, affordable health care. When you're watching the news or when you're watching a movie, right? When you're watching Netflix, whatever, pay attention. Okay? Add the English subtitles, the preposition they use to connect the word, okay? Connect to it. So, do we have to participate in this meeting? And the last one, you succeed in your goals. You succeed something that you want. Okay? Then we are going to start with the preposition between. Right? So, good evening, Ailton. Obviously, there's we can also learn the prepositions when we think like between. It's when you have two things and there's something between. All right, but this is just one part of the language. Okay, more than that is how to use it differently with another adjective, with another noun. Okay, so this is why we learn the dependent prepositions. Okay, then we have comparison between, connection between, difference between, and choose between. Examples. What's the comparison between dogs and cats? Right? Or we can say, there's no connection between you and me. There's no connection between this country and that country. Okay? I can see no difference. Remember that different from. When we say difference between. Okay? So there's no, I can see no difference in this and that. I can see no difference between this person and that person. Okay? And choose between. I can choose between Ottawa and Calgary, right? Two amazing places that I'd love to live, not I'd love to live in. So I can choose between Ottawa and Calgary. Okay. Here, Obama. We don't have to choose between protest and politics. Okay. We don't have to choose between protest and politics. Preposition for. Okay. Preposition for. We have here some examples. Famous for, responsible for, demand for, need for, room for, apologize for, ask for, beg for, blame for, do something for, hope for, search for, thank someone for, vote for, and wait for. Okay, all these words they are followed by the preposition for. Let's check some examples here. She's famous for helping people in Africa. She's famous for helping people in Africa. He's responsible for his team. He's responsible for his team. There's always room for improvement. There's always room, always is space for improvement. Okay? Then we have he's asking for help. He's asking for help. Then we have I don't blame them for that. All these words, guys, I don't want and I don't work with translations, right? So as I don't work with translations, let me just check here, just 1 minute. Renata, welcome. Renata, I'm going to stop here the live on Instagram, but I am online on YouTube, okay? youtube.com/Natália Droz. Okay, there you can see the whole material. Okay, very good. I'm just copying here. Okay, then this is the important part, that we memorize the connection, right? I don't blame them for that. I told you that I don't use translation, and I want you to avoid translations, right? Because with translations, you are going to get stuck, okay? And this is not good, right? So let's always try. If you don't know the word, look for it in an English dictionary, okay? Or Google Images. And if you want some tips to avoid translations, my website, nataliadroich.com.br, you can download an ebook with 10 techniques to avoid translation, okay? We must vote for those who can really help, right? So we must vote for those who can really help. Vote for science, okay? So in Portuguese, we say votarem. In English, we say vote for. Pay attention here. This one is very, very important as well, because a lot of students, they say wait me, right? Wait me. So we don't use wait without a preposition. We always use wait for. Wait for me, I'm almost there, right? Wait for me, I'm on my way, okay? So wait for something, okay? Then we have some cases that we can use more than one preposition for the same word, like for example, sorry for or sorry about, okay? He said that he was sorry for scratching her car, or he said that he was sorry about scratching her car, okay? So in this one, you can use both prepositions and they will have the same meaning, okay? So it's important to highlight when they have the same meaning, okay? And then we have difficulty with, sorry for being so fabulous, right? And then we have difficulty in or difficulty with. Here, two different meanings. Having difficulty in breathing, in breathing while exercising. Having difficulty in breathing, pay attention. Preposition gerund, in breathing while exercising. And they're having difficulty with their 2-year-old, okay? With someone. They're having difficulty with a person, okay? Then we have argue with and argue about, also different meanings. I don't want to argue with you. To argue with someone about it. When you argue, you argue about something. So different meanings, okay? You argue with a person and you argue about a topic. Then we have arrive, that can be arrive in or arrive at. We don't say arrive to, okay? The couple will arrive in 5 minutes at home, okay? So in 5 minutes is the period of time that it will take, and at home, the place, right? Depend. This one is good because I learned this one. I learned this one yesterday when I was preparing the class, because I always heard to depend on, depend on, depend on. But there's a formal way that it's depend upon, okay? So she really depends upon her sister, okay? He excels at or in with the same meaning, okay? So he excels at computer science or he excels in computer science. Then we have rely, that I always thought the only possibility is rely on, but we can also use the formal way rely upon. Okay? So here we have relied on or upon her sister to bring her water. And we have talk with, talk to someone about something. right? We have here, we need to talk to him or we need to talk with him about section. Okay, so his actions, we're talking about the topic. Okay, very good. So far, so good. Is everything okay? If you have any questions, just let me know, right? Okay, now we're going to the final part, mistakes and practice. Okay, common mistakes. Let's go. Common mistakes. He's accusing her in being lazy, right? This is wrong because when you accuse, gonna put all of them. Okay, so when you accuse someone of something. So instead of saying he's accusing her in being lazy, we must use he's accusing her of being lazy, right? I didn't ask anything too hard. I didn't ask anything too hard. This is wrong because when you ask for. So I didn't ask for anything too hard. Okay? Then we have it depends of the situation. Very common because we think depender de, depends of. It's wrong. We must use it depends on the situation, right? It depends on. For mistakes and correct sentences. He was laughing on me. We don't say like this. We say he was laughing at me. Okay? He likes to listen music. And we don't use to listen music. We use to listen to music. Remember that I said your heart. Okay? Listen to music. Will you wait me? Will you wait me? What's wrong? Because we have to use the preposition wait for. Will you wait for me? Will you wait for me? Congratulations for your promotion. Okay? But we don't say congratulations for, like in Portuguese. Congratulations on. Congratulations on your promotion. I want you to do a course of programming. I want you to do a course. Let's get to work. Some exercises here for us to practice. Let me see. Ok. Guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. And aproveitando aqui para fazer um gancho, quem quiser receber 2 bônus, basta entrar aqui na descrição e responder esse questionário, tá? É muito importante para a gente poder conhecer vocês e produzir sempre um conteúdo mais engajado, um conteúdo que atenda mais às suas necessidades, tá? Então, quem responder a esse questionário que está na descrição vai ganhar de bônus um material com 200 preposições dependentes para vocês estudarem e lapidar o inglês. E além disso, vocês vão poder escolher 3 opções, escolher uma em 3 opções para participar de uma aula aqui no YouTube que não vai ser uma live aberta, que vai ser uma live exclusiva para quem recebeu para quem respondeu esse questionário. Então, não perca tempo. Entra aí rapidinho, depois da live, só para a gente finalizar aqui com a prática, e responda esse questionário para a gente, tá bom? A gente aceita também sugestões para novos temas de aula, tá? Se tem alguma coisa que vocês têm dúvida e tudo mais, pode escrever no Insta, entre em contato. A gente é super acessível para a gente poder criar um conteúdo que seja interessante para vocês, ok? Então, vamos lá. People sometimes have difficulties. What do you think? Sometimes have difficulties in being alone, right? When you have difficulty in, right? So people sometimes have difficulties in being alone. Pay attention again after preposition gerund. Always, okay? Many teachers insist applying tests. What's the right preposition? Many teachers insist on applying tests. Okay? I'm tired. This one normally learn since the beginning, right? I'm tired of this situation. Then we have you cannot always prevent children doing foolish things. Prevent. What's the preposition that we use with the verb prevent. Cannot always prevent children from doing foolish things, right? I'm sorry, blaming you for all the things you just couldn't do. Okay? So I'm sorry for blaming you for all the things you just couldn't do. I don't want to vote. What do you think? I don't want you voting. No, I don't want you vote for him, right? Your opinion is very different of mine, in mine, about mine, for mine, from mine. Your opinion is very different from mine. From, closing the lip, mine. I'm pleased with your job. When you're pleased with your job, with your work. Here, I have not heard parará, John recently. When you hear, okay, you hear from. I haven't heard from John recently. Okay? You can also hear about, okay, but you hear about something and you hear from a person. He's good at playing the piano. He's good at, not good in, he's good at playing the piano. Okay? Very good. So with this, just put here. Okay. With this last part, we conclude the class that today was really long. Next time, I will try to add short parts of these dependent prepositions because it's a very deep content and I would like to give you all of it, but it's not possible. So thank you for participating. If you have any questions, if you want to give a suggestion, just let me know. Just send a message on Instagram or here on YouTube. And thank you for participating in this class, right? So, se você gostou, dá um joinha aí para a aula. Se você quiser ativar o sininho de notificação para você poder ser comunicado das próximas, e se inscreva no canal, principalmente, porque toda vez que tiver conteúdo novo, você vai receber notificação. Então, não temos apenas as aulas online, né, as aulas que eu faço, as aulas ao vivo, mas temos também diversos outros conteúdos que são incluídos no YouTube todo dia, praticamente. Então, se inscreve no canal para você receber esses conteúdos, tá bom? Não esqueça também, mais uma vez, de responder o questionário. Vai ser bem válido, muito importante pra gente. E, mais uma vez, obrigada pela participação de todos.